Hey, I'm Clark Colborn. Welcome to my studio. So today I'm going to be sharing 7 fretboard exercises with you. I'm using these exercises right now to improve my dexterity in my picking hand and my fretting hand. And the reason for that is that I lost a lot of my guitar skills over the last year due to some life circumstances and an accident that I had back in August. So it's December 3rd as I film this. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know I had a very bad accident at work. I am still wearing this thing, this Mutant Stormtrooper boot on my leg, and hopefully I'll be out of that within the next couple of weeks. But right now I'm working very hard to get my guitar skills back. 6 of the exercises that I'm going to show you are based on 2 patterns. Now keep in mind that these patterns, these exercises, are not designed to improve your ear in terms of soloing or melodic structure or anything like that. These are strictly dexterity exercises. So let me show you what they are. Let's jump in and I hope they help. Alright, so this first pattern that I'm going to show you is loosely based on one we did in another video where you fret 4 notes and then you go up a string and then another string. Right, so it gets all 4 fingers going. This is sort of a variation on that idea. Let's see, I think I'll pop up a graphic on the screen right here so you can see what we're going to do. And so that's the pattern. That's pattern number 1, and that's going to be used in 6 out of the 7 exercises today. The first exercise I'm going to show you is just playing that pattern over and over again on those 4 strings. I'm doing all down picking on that. The idea is to get the wrist warmed up, and you'll also notice that I'm doing a lot of finger motion. I'm not just plopping it into that, because the idea is to get blood flowing in these fingers, right? So that's how we're doing that. Exercise number 2 is the same pattern with your fretting fingers. The only thing that changes is your picking pattern. We're adding 2 extra notes, so that's it. That's the difference. Now on that one you can do a couple different things. I'm doing all down strokes on that. So as I warm up, I do change up the picking pattern. I might do 3 down strokes and then 3 up strokes, because it's a 6-note pattern, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I might do 3 down strokes, 3 up strokes, or I might do just 2 up strokes in there on those 2 notes. So I might do all up strokes. I just mix it up. The idea is to get the blood flowing and the coordination going between these 2 hands. It's all up to you. So the third exercise is using that same pattern, only now after we play the pattern we're going to move up a string. So we're starting on the low E string. Now we're going to go to the A string and start on the 7th fret. Now we're going to the D string and starting on the 7th fret. And then we go back down to the A string and then we start all over again. So that's exercise number 3. So for exercise number 4, we're going to introduce a new pattern. Let me put that up on screen for you. It's sort of the reverse of what we've been doing with pattern number 1. So the idea is that you do pattern number 1, and now we switch to pattern number 2, where you go to your first finger on the G string on the 7th fret and you work your way back down. And then you repeat those 2 patterns. So this is the whole exercise here. So one of the things that I do with all of these patterns is to vary my muting, palm muting technique. So I might let the notes ring for 2 or 3 repetitions of the pattern, and then I'll palm mute for 2 or 3 repetitions of the same pattern, and that's a good exercise as well. That's a bonus tip. So for exercise number 5, we're going to take that same concept with both patterns, and we're going to apply the concept of moving up the strings. So we will start on the E string and do the whole pattern. Now we go to the A string, and then the D string, back to the A string, and then back to the E string. So that's that one. So now we're going to jump to the 6th exercise in this series, and we're using patterns 1 and 2 with a slight variation. We're going to introduce string skipping. Let me throw a graphic up on the screen so you can see, but basically we're going to leave the A string and the B string out of the equation. And then we reverse that pattern coming down. So take a look at the illustration on the screen. You can see how it differs from the other two patterns. And I think I got the idea for this one from John Petrucci, but I couldn't say 100%. So one of the things that I focus on when I'm doing that exercise is that when I'm skipping the string and I get to that high E string, I'm not catching the B string below it. I like to make sure that I get that nice and clean. So there you go, that's exercise number 6. For exercise number 7, we're just doing a simple octave jumping exercise. It will focus on string skipping, so it's good for pick hand coordination, but it also involves some dexterity issues with your ring finger and your little finger. What we're going to do, we're going to start on the low E string, pick a note, and then play an octave on the D string. Then we move up a string and do that again. When we get up to the D string, we're no longer using our ring finger for the octave, but we're now using our little finger or our pinky. And the same thing when we do the G string. Then you work your way back down. Alright, there you go. 7 exercises that I'm using to bring my chops back up to the level they were before my accident. And maybe they'll be useful for you. They're helping me. I hope they help you. And before I go, two quick bonus tips. First one, just go out and play music. Pick some songs, cover songs, original songs. I'm working on relearning my own original songs so that I can go out and play some shows for you guys. So there's bonus tip number 1, just go out and play music. Bonus tip number 2, I use a metronome with all these exercises that I've been doing in these videos. They're not expensive. This guy is like 10 bucks. I think this one was about 10 or 15 bucks. I got lots of them. I got them all over the place. This one's got a tuner built into it. If you can't afford 10 or $15, then spend $2 to get an app for your smartphone. I'm sure everybody there's got a smartphone, right? Go to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store or something. I'm sure they're really cheap, probably cheaper than a mechanical one, and those will help you just as much. So those are my 2 bonus tips for you. So there you go, 7 exercises I'm using. Maybe they'll help you. 2 bonus tips, and it's time for more coffee. This is almost empty. I take that back. This is empty. So I'm going to go get some more coffee. I'm going to play my guitar while I'm off doing that. If you guys like what I put in any of these videos, please subscribe. Hit the bell icon when you subscribe so that you'll be notified of the next video. And leave comments. That's it. That's all I got for today. Until next time, live well and rock hard. We'll see ya.